Morning YouTube, back again for a short video that I was going to just do for a friend of mine who wants to go through the tyre calibration, as you can probably see on the title of the video. So he's a fairly new Multistrada owner, 1260s, and after a bit of persuasion I suggested to him that he changes the rear sprocket to 42 teeth, which he has done, and he likes it, but obviously he's found out that the quick shifter doesn't work. So I've sent him the manual and that's not doing much good. So I thought I'd do this quick video for him, but I thought I might as well publish it on the internet via YouTube, just in case some other sort of new owners are doing the same sort of thing and haven't gone through the tyre calibration function within the menu system on the Multistrada that intelligently tells or re-educates, if you like, the quick shift system, that you've got a different ratio at the rear. So I found this out obviously quite a few years ago and did it. The only other thing that I've sort of wanted to point out in the video is that, okay, so if you change either the front or the rear sprocket teeth up or down, you're going to have to recalibrate the tyre for the quick shifter to work. But you also need to do it if you change the tyre sizes on the rear, not the front, on the rear, because that has a very similar effect. And I found this out a couple of years ago when I was on a tour in Portugal. Ran out of rear tyre and had to find a replacement, but the only tyre they could find for me was a 190/50, not a 190/55 17 on the rear. So put on the 190/50, and sure enough, as soon as I pulled away, quick shifter didn't work. So I sort of knew what it was, but it didn't cross my mind that at the time I'd have to recalibrate the tyre calibration again for such a small change from a 55 profile down to a 50. So if you're going to change your tyres as well and put either some try and put some wide ones on, some 200 60 65s if you've got some race stuff, or like I say, a 190/50 that some people have to do, you will also have to recalibrate the tyre calibration process to make sure the quick shifter works. So I'll take you through that process, and then we'll jump on the bike and I'll just show you what you need to do when you're rolling along. So as you can see, I've already got the bike turned on. There you go, 86,000 miles it's done now. I'll do another video on on the progress if you like. We're first week in October and the sun's just getting even better. So on the menu system, into the, you may have seen this option before, but we'll go for it anyway. And you go all the way down to the tyre calibration option. Hopefully you can see that without too much glare. Into there, and then you've got, obviously, the only option I do is start. And quite clearly it says there that it's ready. This is what you do when the bike's rolling. Keep the speed between 29 and 32 miles per hour in second gear. Obviously the bike's not started. And then once we do that, when we're rolling along, you'll see that it starts to calibrate itself. And then it just says complete at the end of it. I will try and capture that on the video as we're riding along, but I'll give you a little bit of commentary as we go. That's all you need to do really, and once you've done that, it's recalibrated. So let's jump on the bike and show you in action. Okay, so let's pop out on the bike and put all this theory into practice. So I don't normally do much filming on the bike, and you'll probably see why soon. But let's get underway, and we'll try and put this all into practice. So needless to say, when you're doing something like this, you've got two things to look at. Obviously you've got all of the setup on what the bike's telling you, and you've got to concentrate. So with all of that, I think it's a case of making sure you get some nice quiet bit of road. You don't have to worry too much about traffic and what have you. So I'm reasonably fortunate in that right outside my driveway I've got a nice bit of lane, as you can see up there, which allows me to do this reasonably easily. So let's just try and put this into practice. Just pull over. Right, so if we pop into the menu and then down to Tyre Calibration and start. That's it. So obviously we need to get up to second gear, into second gear, and then maintain this speed. In progress, and that's it. It's complete. As we can see, complete. So really, that is all there is to it, dare I say. Let's just pull over here and have a quick catch up. So look, from that point, that's all there is to it. Quite easy, set the start. Obviously you've got to maintain the speed in second gear, so you're looking down at the dash there, so hence having a nice sort of quiet place that you can do this without worrying too much about traffic is quite useful. But look, we might as well do it one more just so everyone's all happy with it. Down to calibration and start, off we go again. Well, there we are, 29, 30, 31, 31, start in progress, in progress, in progress, oh, in progress, in progress, in progress, completed. So, a little bit more variable that time, but yeah, I was just worried about that bend there, so throttle control is the key thing in second. So, look, you know, from that point, hopefully, you can see it's a relatively straightforward process. Shouldn't be beyond the will of man for most of us to try and get that bit resolved. Okay, so look, you know, from that point it's a case of hopefully you found that interesting and useful, relatively straightforward. Give it a go, just get some nice quiet places. Even Glenn can do it. See you next time.